Welcome to the SOS Social Online Safety Hour, where we discuss how to protect teens, adults, and seniors from the online dangers, because what you don't know can hurt you. Today we have a very important topic to discuss, so if you have teens or kids that are dealing with cyberbullying or just bullying in general, you may want to take some notes. Today I have the distinct pleasure of having both a good friend and expert in this topic. She's helped many families deal with these very issues. Sara Rector has been in private practice located in the Thousand Oaks area since 1991, helping individuals, couples, and families deal with relationship and communication issues in traditional and creative ways. I was going to ask you, Sara, this is something that if you were giving advice to a school principal that may be on the line, what techniques would you suggest that they do to help alleviate this ever-growing issue?
I think it would be helpful if they had lectures and talks available to parents and students, and maybe groups, so that people could be educated. I think that's really the key, is to educate, psychoeducational, for parents and for the students. I think it's a difficult situation for the school. I have to say I'm impressed that they have even been willing to get involved with activity that happens outside of school time. Mm-hmm. But, I can certainly appreciate that it's really a sticky wicket. But if they educate, I think that that's the key, then that will be helpful for the parents and the students to know that they have choices and options. And then there's a legal component. So as a parent, see what the school can do, but also see what the laws are.
Yeah, and that's the hardest part. I've even checked into this myself. They seem to be basing the law case per case, and there's nothing really that's too general at this point. They're working on it, but because it's such a slippery slope and it's kind of a gray line, they're still trying to facilitate it based on the cases that come up.
Yeah, but I was really excited to hear about this case in Orange County. That just sounds so promising, and I hope that it goes through, that there needs to be some accountability.
Yeah, definitely. Now, we kind of went through some of the symptoms and signs, but I kind of want to go into a little bit more detail into some of the body language or some of the words that some of the kids might be using that they need help, and for parents to look at that and say, okay, I see these symptoms and signs, I need to talk to my kid.
I think anytime you notice that your child's behavior is changing, as far as that they're becoming more agitated or moody or more anxious or stressed out, I think these are key indicators, or they're more aggressive. It's very unique to the child as far as how they might cope, or the teen, how they might cope. Mm-hmm. So just looking for those changes. And I think, what else? You wanted to know other signs. Academic, that's a key indicator, when somebody that has had straight A's or maybe B's and then their grades drop down.
Got it. Okay, well, those are, I just was looking more like with body language, because I know as parents sometimes you kind of hear what they're going through, but then you're thinking, okay, is it just their adolescence? Maybe they're just going through some things because they're going through that stage, or it's kind of hard. How do you take that and realize that there's a real issue, or they're just going through the normal process of being a teenager?
Well, I think you talk to them, but when you say body language, when looking at their grooming, like their personal grooming, because that's another thing that declines when we are experiencing challenges, head down, arms folded. And again, those can be, things that teenagers do because they're kind of experiencing the transition, the ups and downs, the hormonal changes and the social changes that they're going through. But it's about really, talking to your kid, making time to get to know them and spending time with them, taking them out and talking with them, so that you know what's going on with them, and you create a space where they're willing to talk to you.
That's great. Do you have any last words you'd like to add for the parents out there, that just to give them some good, knowledgeable advice?
I guess what I would say to the parents is the key is to just communicate with your kids, create time and space with them so that they can bring you what's going on with them, and just love them. All right,
I love it.
That's it.
Can you tell our listeners about your services and how they can get a hold of you?
Sure. I am the director of the Circle of Life Center, which is a family counseling center located in Thousand Oaks. It's right across from the Oaks Mall. And we are a group of 10 therapists that deal with all ages and stages of life. Just a great, caring group of very, very talented therapists. And we deal with kids all the way up to senior citizens, and we see individuals and couples and families. And the best way to get a hold of us, well, two ways. The old-fashioned way, phone number, 805-494-1414. Again, that number, 494-1414. And then we're also on the Internet. Our webpage is www.circleoflifecenter.info. Again, circleoflifecenter.info, because we provide info to the community. So thanks again, Katrina, for the opportunity.
Thank you.